Hello, this is Beanie here. How are you? For those in Zoom, can you hear me? For those in YouTube, can you hear me? And can you see my screen? The session is being streamed to YouTube because today is like a public open session. Well, I'd love to, speak to you guys. That's why I decided to do some public sessions. All right, so let's get started. Today, I will continue into my market insights, and today is actually part of the Alien Room, which is our support session. So the session is streamed into Zoom and into YouTube as well. Now, before this, let's start with disclaimer, and disclaimer is very important, especially the content of today's session. I am not able to provide any financial advice because I'm not qualified to provide any financial advice. I know that you will be asking me about stocks, about my thoughts, etc. I will answer you from price point of view, which is from the price chart and from my trading system. So whoever who gets this trading system, I mean, these are my current students, they will be able to see the same thing. All right. And I hope that this will be useful to you. Okay. So if there are some questions that I cannot answer, then it would be where I think that these are financial advice and I, you know, try to answer it in a different way. Now, I probably want to keep the session until about 10 because usually I would be doing the US market 9:30. So 10 is just a good time. So if you do have questions, you can just type your questions in Zoom as well as in YouTube and let me know. I know that there's a questions on Intel. Just right, I'm just going to talk about Nvidia. But few things, just let me introduce myself. My name is Beanie. And thanks a lot for joining this session. I'm in Singapore. Now it's 9 p.m. Singapore time. Let me know which country you're from. All right. And just give you a brief introduction. So I do trade a lot of different instruments. All right. FX, indices, commodity like gold. Gold is my favorite. So sometimes into BTC or anything basically that's low hanging fruits. And yes, I do the Hong Kong market, I do the Singapore market, and I do the US market as well. How do I do so many different markets? And that's partly with automations or semi-auto. For those who are my students and you know that we are going to launch the updated tech version, you receive the tag, which is the current version that you're using, but we will be releasing or updating this indicator for you by 1st of October. I hope to get it as soon as possible. Okay, but the latest would be 1st of October. That means that 1st of October, when you on your trading view, you should see the new updated version already. All right. Okay. So if you like to follow me, the best is to scan this and into Telegram. We would not be sending junks to you. It's always things that I wrote about. For example, last week or 2 weeks ago, I was doing like Tesla cup and handle. Just yesterday, I posted Nvidia before Nvidia broke out. And, I hurried that video so that it can get to all of you. Okay. Uh, yeah, I do cover the Japanese market. I do not to trade the Japanese stock, but as and when Nikkei 225, it's also one of my favorite index because it does really move very well. So do scan this to follow me, especially in YouTube and Telegram. All right, I will post this up again. Yes, I do run courses. I'm proud of the courses and the system that I'm doing. Well, maybe you ask me, why is it that if you are so successful or if you are so rich, right, why do you want to still offer courses? I don't want to answer this question anymore because it's just not a meaningful question. So you know my answer. I just love to do whatever that I'm doing, investing, trading, looking at charts, buying, selling, making things correct. That means to get the correct trade. All right. Okay. So yes, I focus a lot on automations, and later on I'll be, talking about Top Pro and then the indicator, the system, because the systems comes right now with a scanning function. That means we are able to screen through thousands of stocks, right, to find that signal. Okay. Now, let's Top Pro is the course, and um, the technique, or rather the strategy that we are using, is called TAG. It's TAD, but because of the upgrade, I actually upgraded the name as well. So I upgraded the alphabet called TAT, because today my staff was still asking me, what does TAT mean? I said, nothing, because it sounds the same. And then D and T, right? T is like an upgrade of D because it's like, higher level than D. So that's why I call it T, because they sound the same. But anyway, they're just name, right? Okay, now, what I really, really want to do very quickly is that to go through the few things I wanted to talk about. Okay, now let me just go through and get my charts first. Okay, here we go. This is the first one, which is Nvidia. So I'm just going to start off first. And if you do have questions, let me know. Okay, let me know your questions for those in Zoom as well as in YouTube. I know that people are just joining in Zoom. Okay, good. All right, you guys are in. Okay, now this is the new version of Tag. The old version looks like this. Okay, the new version looks like this, with arrows, right? With arrows to show you which are the bullish and bearish signal here. But since that there was a question on Intel, I just thought that we should be just running through a little bit on Nvidia, because Nvidia is recently in the news. All right. I will just start off first, but if you do have questions, you just ask me, okay? Now, before I start on NVIDIA, okay, just very quickly on this one here. Well, I'm just doing a little bit of warm up, right? And this was a video which I posted in my YouTube channel. It was just posted, if I'm not wrong, last week or 2 weeks ago, before Tesla broke out. And the reason of posting this is because I wanted to highlight the very important pattern that you should know. And that pattern is actually cup and handle. Now, depending on different situation, I will highlight different pattern, but I know that the market is a little bit toppish, rather looking high, but it's still going higher, right? So it's probably better to know about cup and handle, partly because in the cup and handle pattern, right? So this is how the cup and handle looks, right? It's at a lengthish base, so it built a base, and after that it has this a little bit of a handle here. Okay, now what does this mean, right? Is that through the cup, so this is your cup, and then this is a handle. Through the cup, that's a a period of accumulation. So price moved down. There are seller who sold. There are people who bought in, and then it went through a bit of a flattish period. And then after that, right, what happened was that price gained a little bit of a momentum to move up. Buyers became a little bit more interested, and that this handle built in this manner here. But more important, top is the duration. That means that the longer duration, the better it will be, because that represents a period of change of hand. You want that change of hand to go through a period of time, then you can ensure that it is going to have that build up that's necessary. Okay. Later on, we show a few stocks with the cup and handle pattern. And this is especially important because after you have the cup and handle pattern, right? When you have this handle here, this handle represent another stage of a profit taking when price is near to a high point. And when it comes down, the handle, which is smaller and shallower, shallower means that it doesn't move down that much versus the cup. Okay, when it's shallower, it just means one thing. It just means that investors or traders are right now willing to buy at a higher price than versus the cup. Okay, so this handle here, it's showing you the bullishness that's needed. Now, the whole cup and handle pattern, why is it important in a market that's trending higher, stock market that's trending higher, and at the same time, right, where this trending higher is a little bit looking extended, okay, is that you want this lengthy duration to suggest that this company could be a fundamentally strong company and that it is not, and it hasn't really run yet. So it's have a long um, uh, uh, path or journey, right, to moving higher. Okay, so like a longer runway. So that's the whole idea here. Okay, so sometimes the handle it's actually within the cup, okay, but sometimes the handle can be where this is the handle and then it goes up a little bit higher and it starts to form the cup a little bit higher than the handle here. Sometimes like Tesla, it can be a cup that looks weird, which I brought up, and then the little bit of a handle it's coming inside here. Okay, so there are various variations, but then basically is the cup and handle. So I just wanted to talk about HS Tech and Nvidia, but before that, right, let's just take a look at Tesla. Okay, now just a show of hand, how many of you actually got interested in Tesla after my video? Nobody. Okay. Now, so this is the difference. This is a new TED, right? And then the signal is actually quite apparent, meaning that, you know, of course, for those who attended the session, for those who had the indicator, you will know why the signals happen here. You will know why all these lines are being drawn here. Definitely, it's not a black box. But we had the first signal when it was here, okay? When it was here, right? And that this was that cup, the deep cup, okay? And the extended handle. Okay, just to let you know, just now when I said that handle is where there's accumulation going on, all right? That because of this duration where the handle is being formed or because the cup are being formed here like that, then you can say that this whole cup and handle pattern starts from around end of 2024. All right, that's probably we just use it at 2025, right? And then uh, where you will have right now until the September period. Okay, so this is like a 9 month cup and handle pattern. But if you see this from a wider view, that means that if I switch this into a weekly chart, and that was basically what I've said in the video, then this whole thing, right? That means this whole duration here, like that, it might be a big cup. Don't you think so? Because it feed the whole idea of a cup where it's coming down, followed by a little bit of a flatness, and then followed by a little bit of a upward movement here. Okay. Then, if this looks like a cup, then this look like a handle. Okay, which is essentially, all right, to confirm that cup and handle, it means that Tesla would need to break the highest point here. Okay, it's a little bit lopsided in this cup and handle pattern. Okay, but it does resemble that cup and handle pattern, and of course then Tesla hasn't broken, this one here. Okay. Now, so that was basically the trade. I mean, the view on Tesla. Now, if you ask me on Tesla, price has actually been moving higher. Will it break this top high, right? I do not know. Okay. Because for us, right, the purchase or rather our system when we usually buy, it's where we buy near to each of that correction downward. We don't really reach to buy when it's actually going higher like that. Okay, but the only thing is that if you look at historical prices, which I encourage all of you to look at historical prices, why was there yesterday a little bit of a profit taking? So this bar here was that Tesla had a quite a nice move because it was an upgrade by one of the broker, the US broker. Then you see this long tail here that represent profit taking. The reason why profit taking was partly because of the known resistance around here and also a bit of a round number near to 400 $440. But to switch it into the historical level, you realize that Tesla had already surpassed this high here. Okay, surpassed the zone of the high here. All right, and it's actually approaching, I mean, the previous high that was made during Trump's election, or rather Trump's presidency, where Elon Musk was very close to Trump. Okay, now if you might, right, to highlight a little bit on all these levels here, if Tesla does retraced, which I do not know whether it will retrace, but all these levels are definitely meaningful if Tesla retrace back down. All right, and of course that's for us our prediction for Tesla under tech indicator, it's actually a little bit lower at 350 here. So this is the how to say the prediction at this moment. But we're gonna see what happened on Tesla. Okay. All right. The nice thing is that our tech indicator in terms of trend has actually turned bullish. So it's that bullish indication already, suggesting that Tesla had sort of like shifted in terms of trend to become bullish. Okay, I'm just gonna pause Tesla thoughts here and then ask whether you do have any questions. If yes, do let me know. Then I can answer your question. Otherwise, I'm just gonna move on to Nvidia. Okay, so this is Nvidia. The reason why I wanted to talk about the cup and handle, but because if you take a look at Nvidia here, right, it's also resembling that base building. Okay, so this was the base building here. That's the base. And just Nvidia stretched a little bit further, all right, and then probably built this a little bit of a handle over this point here. Okay, now a few things to observe on Nvidia in itself. Okay, if you take a look at Nvidia, it does looks like an inverted head and shoulder. Okay, or maybe you can say that this one is your mini cup and handle. Okay, whatever it is, if we apply tech, there are few things to note. Okay, number one was that take a look at this um level here, which is a support level. So this is a predicted level by tag. And the nice things is that if you have tag and you know that we are able to predict this level, okay, much ahead before it starts to move down. So this is that predicted level of tag, right? That before it starts to move down, we already knew that this level is that level, or rather, let's put it this way, this level and then this level here. There are two levels here, right? So you could see how well priced bounce off the predicted level. All right, but the other thing is that take a look at this resistance here. So this was the resistance, which is around 180, and that's in order to say that this downward consolidation is coming to an end, then Nvidia would need to break above this resistance level. Okay. Hence, the whole pattern here for Nvidia seems to be a again a cup and a handle here. All right. So of course that there are few stocks, right, that already completed that cup and handle pattern. So for example, Nvidia had the bullish trigger. I mean, this doesn't mean buy, okay, but then it's a bullish trigger because it had actually closed above the resistance level. Okay, so as far as what I'm concerned for Nvidia, it had already closed above the resistance level to mark that this downward consolidation, this temporary downward consolidation have actually ended. Now, if I were to just draw in the things that I would usually draw, if you take a look at these two lows here and then pump it a little bit higher, so that would be your equidistance channel. Okay, so Nvidia it's also above the equidistance channel already. Okay, any question here? All right, just to show a little bit of other chip related stocks, huh? All right, like for example, TSM, just to show you like comparison the what happened before and after. Okay, so this was TSM. So same thing. Do you see this base here being built? That looks like Nvidia. Yes. And then how about this little bit of a handle that looks like Nvidia right now? Okay. Of course, that we had the same, resistance level, okay, and that same bullish signal, okay, here, and then price went dung 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 dung, and right now pre-market is trading at 283. That means it's don't went dung 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 dung, actually trading around here right now already. Okay, so yes, it seems that the uh, I wouldn't say all, right? Because under the semicon chip, the AI related companies, there are a different segment, okay? But those stronger ones, you basically would have to look at this pattern and then look at this one. I just pointed out, William, Nvidia, which looks like this pattern here. Uh, and in future, whenever you have this, right, you just apply the scanner and you screen, and that's where I got that. So I was developing this, and then I was like, oh yeah, okay, let's do it, man. And that's where I got this one. Yes, I'm actually long TSM right now. Okay, there are few I wouldn't say laggards, but there are few that show the um, uh, cup and handle pattern or massive cup and handle pattern. Like for example, this is applied material. The cup and handle pattern is a little bit different for this one. So it had a huge base here. It's a little bit like Tesla, a little bit loop-sided, So that's the huge base here. Okay, and then we have this handle pattern. Okay, so again, right, I am not too interested to buy on the breakout because this is a breakout here, right? So that's the breakout because these are the resistance level. Okay, now that's the resistance level here. So in a way, this looks like a massive what pattern? I mean, you could call this a cup and handle pattern. You could call this a inverted head and shoulder pattern, but it does look like a massive, uh, inverted head and shoulder pattern. You want to call it, right? And this is of a duration of about, if I start counting from here, right, or maybe here, if it ever does breakouts, it's like a 439 bars. That's about 1.5 year. Okay, so this applied material seems to be doing that 1.5 year pattern. Okay, what I am more interested is that if we suspect that this could be a cup pattern or this could be a cup pattern, then the signal comes in at the bottom. That isn't it nice? Okay. Of course, then we have our familiar resistance level here, and this is the red line. Okay, so it follows the old tech in terms of color scheme, right? So we are looking for orange lines or we are looking for red line, right? So we had the first uh, close above the red line at this bar here. That's where it starts to have the bull signal. And then we have this one here. Okay, so there are two levels here. And all this, the nice things is, and the good news is it can be screened. That means that when this happen, as long as you have the subscription plan for tech and you have the subscription plan for TradingView, it has to have paid plan, right? It cannot be a free plan to get the screening because this is by TradingView, not by me. And yes, you do get the alert. So depending on whether price can break above this cup and handle or inverted head and shoulder pattern. The earlier one, which I traded, was MU, and it shows the the same pattern. Okay. MU, if you know, it deals with memory. And then that's your big cup. Again, the big cup, right? And you have that handle here. And it broke. Okay, it broke that cup and handle pattern. All right. And then right now it's actually breaking so much higher. It went to the high. So the I would say that Nvidia, you'll be surprised, seems to be a laggard right now. Okay, so same thing. If you look at the signal here, okay, so we had that bullish signal here, right? And after that, right, we had this, which is a counter signal, okay? And you know that it doesn't have any lines here, so that doesn't cause us to panic and sell. And then after that, it just continue to break higher. So in terms of the support level for example, Micron, right? We can use tag to tell us. So the first support level would be this support level here, right? So that's 143. So if it ever retrace back down, okay, so these would be that support level. And this is the minor level. Minor level means that it's not very, very important. But if there is a reaction here, then this could be one of the minor level. But again, the major level predicted by tech, it's actually this level here. Now, if you look at tech in terms of the development direction, you will know that it is just the perfect tool for selling put options. Okay, it's either you can use it to trade into the CFDs or the stocks itself, or because that we are able to predict that levels well ahead, and it's just a perfect tool for actually doing a lot of option strategy. So that would be the development that we are moving right now. Okay, so not only we are into Forex or into indexes or into gold, but into indexes, gold, but then it's also into stocks because this will be comprehensive already. Okay, now talking about the chipset, I think there was a question on Intel, which is actually very interesting. Let's take a look at the tech level. Okay, so so Intel had this horizontal how to say consolidation here. All right, so this was the horizontal consolidation. Okay, and because Nvidia had a cooperation with Intel, and the stock gap up, bang. Okay, but if you take a look at the trend bar here, it's still pretty much still a downtrend. Okay, um, and this is the first level. Okay, so this is the first level, right? That is being predicted by tag to 8.62. Okay, and if you can successfully stay at this level supported, then the uptrend, which is just started, okay, it's going to start. I mean, it's going to be true, right? So end of the day, I'm not able to judge in terms of fundamental or news wise. I can only say that in order for this trend to continue, because if you know, like the basic of I mean analysis is that Intel broke. See, this were the resistance level. Okay, but in terms of trend, let's shift that. So Intel did move higher by making a higher higher high, and then it made a higher high here. Okay, and that it also make a higher low. This is the low price here. So this would be the predicted support level right now. In fact, that is being supported right now. I also do not know whether it will be supported. So I'm just waiting to see where the price goes up, and that would confirm this is a support level. So we have to actually fall back to the lower time frame. Okay. William asked, will we be alerted when the S bull signal appear from the screener? Yes, if you have uh, the higher plan of trading view, and then you put it in, and then you happen to put, the stocks into your 1,000 watch list. Okay, so it must have a certain criteria, such as this 1,000 watch, this stocks is in your watch list. I will provide you my watch list, all right? And then you just have to apply into 1,000 stocks. So this is my watch list here, like that. Okay, 1,000 stocks. 1,000 stocks. So they consist of the stocks that I'm trading. And of course, I just keep adding in and out, huh? But I max out that 1,000. I'm sure that they are, MU inside, there are Nvidia inside, definitely. So once they are inside, and as long as they have the elbow, they have the strong bull, they have what net S bull, elbow, whatever buy or sell signal, right? Yes, they all be alerted to you. Okay, it's pretty easy, and you don't need to keep the system on. Okay, because trading view is already on, and I will try to arrange for something for you guys. Try only, no promise. I've already contacted the brokers. We are meeting them on 2nd of October. Yes, the screener is an auto one. Okay, so for example, this is my screener, 1,000 stocks being screened here, active. So whenever that it's appear, then the signal, then you would just how to say, alert me lor. Okay. For example, just sorry, I didn't want to move to this one here, but just quickly jump it a little bit, can. Okay, so here we go. It goes like that. So it's being sent to me. All right, so this is my screener here. So I'm being alerted today. A lot of support region are being broken. Propnex, Seng S, Seng Tech, blah blah blah. These are the Hong Kong stocks. So the US stocks not yet. And yesterday was the US stocks. So Nvidia is inside, I believe. So where Zoom Meta is also inside. Nvidia is also inside. So these will be the screeners that I have. Okay. All right. So let's focus on here. Um, so HS Tech, is that the question on HS Tech? Um, Apple, do we need to discuss Apple, or we just head straight to HS Tech? If you okay, I just go straight to HS Tech. So this is HS Tech right now. All right. So the few things of HS Tech is number one, it just actually reached our TP level. Okay, the TP level that's being predicted by Tech. All right. So Tech, the new feature now includes a TP level. Okay, which is not a TP level as in TP level. It's just a suggestive calculation that for this structure, then it's created this particular target that you want to use it as a reference. Okay. S bear means small bear, huh? It's not big bear, not large bear. Okay. So if you take a look at the trend here, okay, it is still in an uptrend. So this is something that I've always been talking about. Is this building a cup and handle pattern? I would think so. So either this is a cup and then this is a handle, which I actually kept talking about it, and then this is a breakout already. Or you might want to see the whole thing here as a cup, and even when it builds inside this handle, it is fine. Okay. So in the daily chart, what tech is suggesting is that there might be a no support coming inside here. This is the actually the support. But one thing I want to highlight is into the weekly time frame, we might have a biggish cup here and also a biggish cup here. And then with this cup, this might be the handle. Okay, so this would be the handle here. So in other words, if I were to draw in this level here, okay, so it's just consolidating inside here. So I think the market isn't very decided on what you want to do. Okay, but in terms of the support level, which is about 5,969, and I did say that in my video we could be looking at a 6,000 support level. So if it does come down here to the 6,000 level, a lot of people will not be very happy, but to me, this is a healthy correction. Okay. And even when it comes inside the 6,000 level, right, it is still regarded as a support level in this trend here. Okay, in this trend here, it's still regarded as a support level. So I would really be looking at if this happens and then it gets supported here, then this would be that carbon handle. Yes, I think so, but it all built on the pretext that it does get supported. Okay, so what we will usually do is that these are levels that guide us, and we will be looking at uh, price to touch that level, all right, and to see whether there is a counter signal here to do a long signal by tag. So we will be just waiting to see what happened because the short term level by tag has already been reached, and that's why there's a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of reaction here. Okay. All right, that's HS tag. In fact, that HS tag, it's also something I want to talk about. You see, HS tag Nvidia. So you got the two stocks that I want to talk about. Anybody interested in gold? So the next one I want to talk about is gold and BTC. Before I moved on to gold and BTC, uh Sound AI. Sound AI, we might not have the TP level because um, it might be that the structure hasn't been broken yet. Okay, I'm not sure. Christopher is still holding Sound, huh? Yeah. Okay. So we had the earlier uh tag, right? That give us the level. Let me just show you the earlier uh tag. Okay, so we had that. I think it's pretty much moved already. We do have the support level here, if I don't remember wrongly. I don't know why things are loading a little bit slow for me on my side. Probably I'm running a little bit too many things. Let me just try this one here. Okay, here we go. So earlier we had the um how to say the levels all congested around here. So that was the level that play out very well. I still remember I think we were trading inside here. You asked me about it, and these are all the predicted levels of tech. So it hit nicely this level, and then it's just moved up. Okay, and then this will be the next level. It fall through, and then it's just hovering around. After that, it's actually moved up. So right now it's at the all-time high. So the predicted level is actually about 19. Yeah, you have it. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much 19. But this is just a reference level, huh? It's not something where it's for you to observe, and then it doesn't mean that the trend would end, but it just means that um this structure here, so this structure, all right, the ending point is 19. Okay, for this particular structure. All right, so it's a good reference also. Okay, but sound it's a good trade. All right, so let's take a look into gold. Okay, so we have gold here. Gold actually broke out of this triangle pattern, and that I say in my lesson there's probably only one direction for gold, and that direction it's up, right? This is up, and I think that today it hit into one of my long-term level, that's 3,750, and I thought that it's going to stop, but apparently it's continue higher. I give you the reason why it might continue higher. But if you're asking me, because I hold physical gold, right? I've been holding gold for ever since it's like 1,000. Where's my gold price? 1,100, 1,200 level since 2013. So that's why I thought that my long-term level could be around 5,000 level. So that is what I'm looking at lah, huh, at this moment. Okay. So gold, um, we just have to wait for each of that retracement level. That means that, let's say, for example, right? I just explained to you what we are looking at. So in terms of day, we are looking at 3,006. That means if even if it's retraced back down to 3,006, the uptrend is still intact. That means it's still true. But for gold trading, we are looking for a little bit of a shallower retracement. So in terms of 4 hour, okay, 4 hour, this is the predicted 4 hour support here. So it's about 3,727. So this lower time frame is for people who are looking for a short-term trading. So this would be more like a short-term trading to play into this current trend here. So that's about 3,200. So in a way for us, right, as you know, we rely on retracement. That means that we don't trade if it doesn't retrace. Okay, and you know that, and you observe into price action, you will always like start to retrace. It will go up, it will retrace, and it will go up. And then you thought that you would miss out that trade, and then it will retrace. It goes up, it will retrace, go up, retrace, right? And go up. Retracement is predicted and calculated at this level here. Okay. So I would think that the trend in gold is really very strong. Partly because gold in itself, the central bank's been buying already. All right. But I thought that you might want to have a look into BTC. Okay. So let me just take a look into BTC. Okay, so this is BTC here, right? Now, BTC is into the whole, how to say, support level. So this was that support level, that previous high, right, of BTC. Okay, so that's the previous high of BTC, and it actually moved higher and then came back down. So remember, one of the things I said in my session, I said that, because BTC has this habit, right, where it likes to make a high, and then when it goes up, right, it just went a little bit higher. Okay, so it formed this a little bit more of a loop-sided type of a pattern, and it starts to go into a bit of extended correction. And when it starts to come down, it also like to repeat the pattern. It form a low, it goes up, it went a little bit lower. All right, so why is that so? The whole idea is all about flushing stop. So a lot of people might be using automated trading and trading into BTC, which of course is a digital asset, right? And then, so since that they are using automated trading, they could be putting a stop loss, which are very obvious. So it makes sense to actually spike it up to take out their stop loss. Same thing, right? If you just put a stop loss here, they just have to spike it again and again to take out the stop loss, and then after it moved up. So same thing, right? This was the support level. They actually spiked it down and then took that support level. Same thing here, right? If this was a known level, they just have to spike it and then they take that level out already. I mean, it's a neat trick, but then we cover that in our wash and rinse module, in our wash and rinse strategy. Okay, and so in this region here, so this would be a resistance level, and then this will be in turn becoming a support level. What I personally prefer is that for price to move up and then for price to actually come down here to hit the support level. So at this moment, it's enter in the support level. It enters into uh, the support level predicted by tech, and it's into the green trend. That means that in itself, right, the current trend, if you observe, all right, starting from here, okay, it starts to actually head higher. What do I mean by that, right? It goes high and a higher high, okay, and then it goes low and a higher low and a higher low, and it's still part of the uptrend. Right. So it's right now at this support here. It's just that the the price as of today when we are talking about it, right? The price hasn't turned yet. It just formed a doji, and that's if you are looking at this play here, this place here, I just do not know whether it will spike again because for us, right, we always go into a lower time frame like this one here, right? We go in the lower time frame and we spot for the buy in lower time frame. That means that there was a buy signal somewhere around here, if I don't remember wrongly, and that it's pending a buy signal somewhere around here. All right. So I'm just waiting to see whether it can move higher. But definitely BTC, it's in a support level. But it's pending the lower time frame confirmation. Okay. All right. Um, I probably don't have a lot of time to go through the other pairs already. Um, because I like to end my session. Not now, but let me just know whether you have other things you like to discuss. Okay, and then let me just get you the BTC. The version that I'm running right now is the a little bit of a not updated version, all right, of the new tech. That's why it goes a little bit slow. We are just trying to fix the problem, which at this moment, yeah, you see, under the old tech, it is into a support level here. All right. And then we have only this level, which is 15,000, 1100, right, as a resistance level. So only when it moves up here, right, then we can confirm that it is being, bullish. Okay. Otherwise, probably we might have to just wait a little bit. But it is into a support level. It is parked nicely into this support level. We're just gonna have to see how is it light. Okay. Now, one thing to mention, this looks like a cup, not cup and handle pattern, but inverted head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so this was a bit of an inverted head and shoulder pattern. It goes up and then it retests back into this level here. Okay. All right, let me know whether you have other questions coming. Let me know whether this one is loaded yet. Okay, not yet. Okay, let me just go inside here to just talk about our promotion while I wait for your question. Okay. I know that time passes very quickly. I try to do as quick as possible, but still we are near to the 10 o'clock. I just wanted to sort of go through this in case that you're interested. If I do see any more questions, I'll try my best to go and answer them later on. Okay. So yes, if you would like to attend and understand how all these lines are being drawn, it's not a black box. I'll explain to you guys. If you like to attend and you like to also receive a copy of tech, right, where it comes with the scanning function, then this is the course to take. Okay, the course fee is $1,500. It comes with the strategy. That means I will teach you everything in it. All right. I hope that you don't copy, or my competitors don't come and copy, so I can continue to be teaching you the real one. All right. And then the complimentary 12 months hand holding. And this is very important because you need that hand holding to really understand. Even I have students who have been with me for decades. The hand holding is really very important. All right, because we update what we think of the market without treading in that financial advice, but then at the same time, it's more like community. We help one another. Okay, and for this promotion that we are running, I think this is a really super good deal because with the added function, we still haven't increased money. Okay, but we are giving you a extra 6 months of tech. All right, so in the package, it's actually 12 months, but with this promotion, it comes with extra 6 months. Okay, so I think that this is really a super good deal. Now, this extra 6 months is on condition that you pay via cash. Okay, so it's pay now or internet banking. Do sign up before 30th of September using this link here. Okay, there is a cashback deal, but I just want to actually talk about this, right? Please, we do not offer refund. Okay, so there's strictly no refund for our courses. Please do not sign up our course and then you tell us that, oh yeah, I can't get a cashback deal from ACAP, or I can't get a cashback deal from any of the brokers, and I want to refund. We are not going to refund. That means that signing up this course is on condition that you might not actually get the refund. Okay, although the refund, it's applicable to almost anyone, is actually not difficult to hit that refund, but then it shouldn't be considered that, oh, only I have the refund, then I sign up. If not, only you have the cashback, then you sign up. Otherwise, I need to refund for the cost. Okay, we can't do that. All right. So it is good that you can check with ACAP that you do qualify for the refund. So what is the refund policy? That means your cash back of $1,500. That means your course fee is $1,500, right? With this cashback, then you actually get a cashback into your trading account. In other words, the course fee is free of charge if you look at it this way. Okay, so the broker pays for the course fee, all right, using a cashback. But of course, there are terms and conditions, which I have to talk about that. Now, at the same time, they're also providing TradingView essential plan. I've today contacted them and I said, can you please provide premium plan with the launch of the new indicator, okay, with the new tag? They said, yes, Beanie, we will work on it. That means yes, right? They will be working on it, and they might be providing a premium plan. Okay, a premium plan. So this premium plan is 300 plus USD, or if in fact 400 plus USD. So this is how much of worth this is. Okay, but at this moment, they are only providing an essential plan. Okay. Now, it must be for new and existing customers of ACAP, and you must use this link here. So what I'm going to do is just going to send this link over to YouTube, okay? And then send this link over to YouTube for you to sign. I mean, in case you're interested. And that conditions is that you must use the link. You please check with 8cap, and then you must fund 7,000 Sing dollar, which is a trading capital. You must trade a minimum volume of 45 lots. Okay, 45 lots, right? in 6 months' time. Okay. So same thing, right? The broker is giving you this and giving you this and total value this, right? Um, I mean, they need to make some money from you, okay? Or rather, they need to earn back, okay? So, in other words, can you meet this condition or this criteria? I'm not sure. I mean, in fact, that most or bulk of the students are able to meet these conditions because it include trading of stocks and it's in 6 months, okay? But I can tell you, I mean, the students will tell you that, I think so, huh? They will say that even without the cashback, this is a super good deal already. What do you think, assisting student? It's good to have essential cover for a cap to subsidize. Renewal cannot. So if you are assisting top pro students and then your subscription has expired, you can't get the cash back anymore. But today I contacted them and say, hey, look, you have your existing clients, right? How about you consider the premium plan for existing clients for those who had already, you know, sign up and they say, okay, yes, Beanie, we will think about it. Okay, so let me just get back to you. I tried to, do my best. Okay, so please, if you're interested, you can sign up. Please don't abuse the whole thing. Okay, now we do have our training. These are our training, and today is part of the alien room, which is 9 p.m. And then this will be the hand holding. I just did one in the afternoon. Pauline just did one at 4:30. Our another trainer. I'm going to do a top pro sessions tomorrow. And then we have Wednesday and Thursday. So you can see that we are really committed to grow together with you. I think the hand holding sessions are very important. All these are all online. The course material, it's also online as well. Okay, so this is the current promotion that's running. Just to give you a little bit of a background, okay, the cashback is 1,500. I know I'm repeating, but I just want to highlight in case you missed it. Okay, it's in cash, so it's not credit, it's in cash, so it's hard cash. All right, so there's no gimmick here. A lot of people receive this in cash, right? Now, why is that possible? Because we negotiate all this for our clients, our students. We give out our affiliate fees, our marketing fees, and we also sponsor part of this cashback. So take it only if you are serious in learning from the community. Don't abuse the goodwill. Take this deal, right? If you are serious to learn from us and that you are genuinely interested in tech. Okay? All right. Okay, so I'm done with that marketing. Let me just answer a few questions first. For assisting top prime, top pro has expired. We can't. Okay, so as you only entitled to the cashback once. That's why the assisting students are asking, how do I get it again? Okay, so they don't mind funding 7,000. They don't mind doing 45 lots to do that, but they can't. Okay. Can I have a view on 3690? Meaning, for David, do you mean goal? Is there a class for this newbie to teach how to look 1,000 companies and how to read the lines? How to hit 7 lots? Yes, we have class, or rather we have videos to guide you how to load 1,000 companies. I will share the leads with you. And then how to read the lines. Yes, this is part of our course. In fact, how to read the lines, how to support you are all happening here this session. Okay. How to trade the 45 lots if we do not do CFDs. In fact, the brokers only do CFDs, okay? That means that they do stock CFDs and they trade FX, they trade indexes. I would say that if you do not trade CFDs and you have no confidence in meeting that 45 lots in 6 months, then you don't do this cashback. You just take this, okay? And this is a super good deal already. Even without the cashback, this is a super good deal. This is how I can answer you. I mean, with the support level that we are giving with the indicators that we are giving you, the screener, I don't think, I mean, you'd be surprised that I haven't increased the money. With the screener, it should go up already, the price, but I'm still keeping it the same. So better get this deal before it's gone. Okay. All right. So since I still have some time, let me just go through the David, what do you mean by 3690 Kelvin BMNR? All right. I know that this BNR is a little bit more uh quite hot recently, huh? Yes. Mm, I think that we might not be able to get a lot of levels, partly because the price isn't how to say, the structure isn't uh coming out yet. Yes, it has been flat. Yeah. So uh yeah, see, we haven't been able to get any. We'll probably be able to get some in the 4 hour. Yeah. But 1 hour, the only levels that we're probably gonna get is this level here, which again that um this was the entry, all right, and then it's starting to actually retrace back inside here. So 48.22 is the predicted level. Again, that for us, right, we will not trade into a stocks when it doesn't retrace. So it has to retrace because our capability is able to predict that retracement level. Okay. Yeah, so Andrew said that it's true even without the cashback, super worth it. Yes, I thought it's also super worth it myself. I mean, I'm selling, but then I thought so. Yeah. So we probably have to take a look at the stocks here from the day point of view. All right. Okay. Meituan. This stock is pretty much depressed because fundamentally it's not doing well. Okay. Because if you know the story of Meituan, right? Have anybody ordered Meituan before in China? If you look at the app, I'd be very, very amazed because then I find that it's actually very, very complicated. It's to find small little words and then too many choices that I don't even know what to order. So too many choices, too much nice food. And then by the time I thought that, I should just give up and not order anymore. Okay. So all these orange lines, right, are all the resistance level of Meituan. That means that in order for Meituan, right, to exit this downtrend, that means to get out of this structure, okay, to get out of this structure, right, then it has to close above 141.2. Okay. Otherwise, these are all the immediate resistance there. These are all the immediate resistance. Yeah. That's why I think Meituan has to really, move higher. Okay. Um, you see, we have only resistance being predicted for Meituan and no support level. But I thought that it is good if you want to just take a look at Alibaba. Baba, I highlighted on Baba, all right, when it was here. I think when it goes up and it comes back down, I talk about it here. And then when it goes above, see that was the orange line, it went above, right? So this is the newly predicted level, which is how much? Let me just check that. It's about 146. Okay, so 146, right? It happens to be the all-time high. So we didn't predict because of this all-time high, but in order for this trend to be true, to be intact, right? Then yes, this is that support level that is required. okay, then we need price to get supported here. Ah, we have all the Hong Kong stocks all coming up. Xiaomi, one minute. Xiaomi hasn't been doing very well. Okay. A lot of people, a lot of you guys might suspect that Xiaomi is this cup and the handle. Yeah. But it doesn't hasn't formed yet. Okay. The only thing about Xiaomi is that it is in a still uptrend. You see that? It is still in an uptrend. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low. So this is still in an uptrend. Okay. Um, I mean, in this case here, we have to go to the 1 hour chart to help us understand where would be the support, right, at this particular uptrend. Okay, it happens to be around here. So this is the support level. So it's sitting into the support level, but it doesn't show the upwards yet. So we just have to wait. Okay. All right. I think that I can't answer all. Last one only, huh? 1211 BYD. So this was BYD recent rebound. I think that you should in my lesson I've already highlighted BYD, and this was that support level for BYD. Okay. This is the weekly chart, but when it goes to the day, right? Okay, when it goes to the day, you see this orange line here. Okay, I just want to show you that tech is predictive. Okay, that means that it is not reactive. So if when the price was here, okay, just roll it a little bit more. We probably need a little, yeah. See, yeah, before it. Okay, let's just do that. Here we go. Okay, so it needs a little bit more data. We already knew that 114.3, 122.3 are were the resistance level. All right. So in other words, right, in order for BYD to reverse this trend, it must close above 122.3. And these are the famous orange line. Okay. So only when it closes above this, we have like huge upward momentum. Okay, you see that 114.3, you see how it reacted to it. It went 114.3 and then the market did a dodgy here. And then after it came back down. Okay. So this was that 114.3 and then it just went high to 115.4. It's actually a very near prediction. But even if it trades above 114.3, right? Eventually it must close above 122.3. So it means that your trading will not be blind. You want a stock that has momentum. That means has energy. You don't want a stock that you get stuck and it keep getting stuck and keep getting stuck and etc. Okay. Um and that's the whole idea behind here. All right. One of the stocks I just get alerted was one of the stocks that I had, right, was this one here, Applied Digital. The reason why I was interested in Applied Digital was also about the orange line. It's a very typical pattern. You see this cup, or rather a bill base here, and then somewhere around here, right, it broke the cluster of orange line. So this was the cluster of orange line. It broke the cluster of orange line. And then after that, it comes back here. It sits nicely on the orange line. All right. And then after that, it bursts up. And then after that, it goes down. It bursts up again, right? So same thing. We always trade on this retracement. We trade on this retracement. It gives the heart it makes the heart stronger. So that's very important because you want to be able to sleep. You don't want to be worried about your trade. Okay. That's why I built tech. And in fact that yes, APLD has actually been trading higher, but again that it has to retrace. All right. It's just that at this moment this is the predicted level. I just don't know when it will retrace, but no matter what, any good stocks will have to retrace the lower. Okay. All right. I hope that you get something useful from this session. Um, Dodgy happened even before news of Buffett closing out BYD Holdings. Oh yes, the one that Charlie bought, right? Yeah, correct. Yes, correct. Yes. In fact, that I actually had a little bit of a BYD position when I saw that I actually closed it also. Yeah. So in any case, that if you like to take Top Pro, don't miss the promotion because at the rate that we are going to keep the current price with the screener because we are launching the new tech by 1st of October. Okay, so by keeping the existing price and negotiating new deals, etc., you'd be very, I mean, it's surprising that we are keeping this price here and still adding in a 6 months for you. So don't miss out. But I also want to say again that we do not offer refund. All right. So you take because you are interested to be in the community to learn from us, to know about the system, to get someone who, is able to help you, to guide you, to train you. All right. So that's the whole context about it. Okay. Any other last questions? Not last words. I'm just gonna send through the link again. Just have to go to this link here and sign, and that's it. If no, I will end the session here because I have to make sure that my daughter goes to sleep by now. So I have to end the session. Okay. All right. Thank you. I see you again next week. Or rather, no, for those with Top Pro, I see you tomorrow, 12:30. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.